The Denver Nuggets and their historically prolific offense this year are one of the most unstoppable teams in the NBA, and I have a feeling that they are about to go on a little bit of a run here and add on to their current 4 or 5 game win streak. I'm not sure which one it is, but they've got a little win streak going, and I'm pretty sure behind the big three of Jokic, Murray, and Michael Porter Jr. that it's about to really extend. So we're going to be talking about all that and more in today's video, including some of the moves they made at the trade deadline, their historic offense, and why I think that Jokic should be winning his 3rd MVP, and the Nuggets are probably my championship favorites this year. Aaron Gordon, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Bruce Brown, Thomas Bryant, Reggie Jackson, along with the big three. This is the best team that Jokic has had in Denver yet. So make sure you stick around for the full video. Make sure to like the like button and leave me a comment down below. It really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. And let's go ahead and get started looking at how unguardable this Nuggets squad is. First in field goal percentage, first in 3-point percentage, so obviously the most efficient team in the NBA. They're number 2 in assists in the NBA. That definitely helps when Nikola Jokic, your center, is averaging about 10 a game, although your small forward averages probably negative assist, honestly. 6 points per game and 2nd in offensive rating for the Nuggets, 20th in pace of play. So the fact that they are that high in the offensive side in terms of points per game, that just speaks to how efficient they are because their pace is so slow. Looking at how high-powered they are, I mean, just look at this offense. You got Jamal Murray, a guy that can go out and get you 23, 24 a night while he's healthy, which he is getting more and more healthy as we speak. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, great shooter, great defender. Michael Porter Jr., I mean, he's pulling everything. As soon as he touches it, it's going up, and it's likely going in. One of the best shooters in the NBA at almost 7 foot. Aaron Gordon is having the best offensive season of his career right now. And honestly, you could throw him in the equation instead of Michael Porter Jr. and still call it a big three. And then, of course, the guy that should be the 3-time MVP after this season. You also throw in guys like Reggie Jackson, Bruce Brown, and Thomas Bryant off the bench, and not seeing too many teams that can stack up with the Nuggets. Now, the 3 MVPs in a row, I think he definitely should be winning his 3rd this year. And of course, we're talking about Nikola Jokic, averaging 25 a game, 11.5 rebounds, 10 assists, just absurd. At least accounting for at least 45 points a game, depending on if those assists are for 3s or 2s. 63% from the field, 39% from 3, 1.2 steals per game, and some of the most horribly unathletic dunks in NBA history. Nikola Jokic is doing it all, and he's playing only 33 minutes per game, putting up those stats. Still 27 years old as well, so they're still, he's still just on the cusp of his prime. Now, voter fatigue will be the only thing here, but Jokic has got his team in front of the best conference in sports, or in basketball, I guess you should say. The Western Conference, of course. The Big 12 kind of rivals them, but I think the Joker should be getting his 3rd MVP this year just because he's got his team, right where they want to be in the hardest conference in the NBA. No, there's only 2, but still. Now, looking at the moves from the deadline, they send off Bones Highland, they get back guys like Reggie Jackson and Thomas Bryant. Bryant averaging about 13 points a game, 7 rebounds, 65% from the field, 44% from 3, so he's actually stretching it out a little bit, and he's doing that in only 21 minutes per game. So a guy that if you increase his minutes, I feel like is definitely going to obviously increase the stats. Reggie Jackson, 11 points a game, 3.5 rebounds, 2 assists. Charlotte Hornets legend. So glad that my Charlotte Hornets traded for him at the deadline. And then he's shooting at 42% from the field, 35% from 3 in 26 minutes a night. Now the key guys, at least on the offensive side of the ball, Bruce Brown, one of the keys, probably the biggest key to any team in the NBA right now, and then Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray. Bruce Brown averaging about 11.5 points, 4.2 rebounds, 3.6 assists per game. And when he starts, he's averaging, closer to 15, 5, and 5. So better starting splits than coming off the bench, of course. 49% from the field, 40% from 3, and 1 steal per game. Dude just goes out there and dominates every night, even though he rarely has the ball in his hands. So good off the ball and such a great defender. Jamal Murray, 20.2 points per game, 5.4 assists, 4 rebounds, and of course he's only getting better as we go on because of, the rehab from the ACL. Missed so much time. Shooting at 46% from the field, 40% from 3, 30 minutes per game, and honestly, he's starting to be back like he never left. It's been nice to see this form of Jamal Murray come back. Hopefully, we get to see bubble Jamal Murray in the NBA playoffs. Now, Michael Porter Jr., averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds, 1.2 assists per game. I'm shocked that he's averaging 1.2 assists per game. But, sometimes you just throw it to a guy and they hit a step back three. I guess that's his 1 assist per game. 47% from the field, 41% from 3, 1 steal. Michael Porter Jr., one of my favorite players in the NBA to watch because he's just got the ultimate green light. He's always pulling. Now, the 3-and-D guys, we start with the old man, Jeff Green. Even though he is kind of getting phased out of the lineup a little bit, he's still got that playoff experience. 7.5 points a game this year, 3 rebounds, 1.5 assists per game. They're starting to play some of the younger guys down the stretch of the regular season. I guess maybe they're trying to save Jeff Green's legs a little bit. I'm not exactly sure, but 53% from the field, 27% from 3 in 20 minutes per game. Not bad for the old man. And then the other 2 guys here are so crucial to the Denver Nuggets. You start off with Aaron Gordon, who's averaging 16.5 points, 7 rebounds, 2.3 assists per game, right there with MPJ, and he plays better defense. So honestly, you could throw him above Michael Porter Jr. in that big 3 if you really wanted to. 59% from the field, 39% from 3, 30 minutes per game. He's a dude. He is a dog. Monster. Aaron Gordon. And then you got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, another guy here who averaging about 11.5 points a game, 3.1 rebounds, 2.3 assists per game. Does what he needs to. He's just the glue guy here at the 2. Has been the best shooting guard that Nikola Jokic has had while he's in Denver. 48% from the field, 48% from 3, close to tops in the NBA. And they also have some youth here on the squad with Peyton Watson, Christian Brown, Zeke Naji, and Ismail Kamagate. Kamagate's still technically overseas, but he's in the same league as Victor Wembanyama, and he's actually playing pretty well. Christian Brown has been getting some minutes as of late here. I project him as a really good 3-and-D guy for the Nuggets down the stretch. Maybe not so much defensively, but can really shoot the 3 ball. And then you got Peyton Watson, who still has potential. Zeke Naji, a guy that definitely still has some potential. He's starting to get some PT. So they still have some youth, even though they're championship contenders. Now the outlook, like I said, Jokic has got this team exactly where they want to be. They're about 7 or so, give or take, 7 games ahead of the number 2 seed in the West right now, the fraudulent Memphis Grizzlies, who just lost another guy for the year last night. Then the Kings are in 3rd. You got the Phoenix Suns battling back at 35 and 29. Golden State going on a run at the right time. That's really, we're talking playoffs. Phoenix and Golden State. That's who the Nuggets are going to be worried about. And honestly, if the standings stay the same they are right now, they're playing each other in round 1. So they don't have to worry about one of them. Now, as I mentioned earlier, they were actually on a 3-game win streak, but they have won 7 of their last 8, and there's a chance they can stretch this out to about a 9-10 game win streak. You're looking at Toronto and Chicago at home. You're the best team in the NBA. Those are must wins. Then you go to San Antonio, definitely a must win. Playing Brooklyn at home, probably should be winning that game. Then going to Toronto and Detroit, you better win those 2 games as well. You win those games and you got 50 wins and you only have 19 losses. You're looking far and away the best team in the league, and obviously the best offense, but man, Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, what the Denver Nuggets have been able to assemble here is going to be special. Aaron Gordon as well, and then you get the glue man, the ultimate Elmer Glue, Bruce Brown, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. This is a squad here. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, but I'm definitely taking the Denver Nuggets to the NBA championship. Let me know your favorites down below. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, make sure to like button, leave me a comment. And yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video.